Welcome to our instructional video on navigating the Customs Declarations UK platform to manage commodity requirements efficiently. Our agenda covers 4 key items. We will walk you through various settings pertaining to commodity requirements and demonstrate the practical use of the platform. Let's begin with the first item. By clicking on the pencil icon, you can edit this item. Upon doing so, you'll notice we are updating the first item's details. It features a non-preferential origin declaration from Italy. Scrolling down to the commodity requirements section, we can select VAT and choose the preferred payment method. For those wishing to defer VAT payments, it's essential to input your VAT number into the Additional Fiscal References identifier field located under the Additional Information section. As our example uses a non-preferential origin status with a default duty rate of 0%, we affirm this by selecting Yes. In the Customs Duty section, we typically respond to one of the VAT and Custom Duties sections. Import controls require a comprehensive review, with distinct segments highlighted for emphasis. When addressing import controls on goods related to torture and repression, if authorization is needed, we opt for Certificate C064, otherwise, we choose Y904. For regulations on CITES, the Convention on International Trade in Endangered Species of Wild Fauna and Flora, if a CITES certificate is required, we check the box for C400 and adhere to the stipulated guidelines. If not applicable, Y900 is selected. Moving on to Item 2, we are declaring preferential origin from Spain. In the commodity requirements for VAT and excise, when there is only one VAT response option and there is a classification applicable, for example VATs, therefore confirming it is required, as non-compliance leads to declaration rejection by HMRC. Under customs duties, we have the choice of applying a tariff preference or incurring a 14% duty. Given the Spanish origin, we can affirm the tariff preference. The typical preference code used is 300. Should there be any discrepancies between the HMRC tariff and the platform, the appropriate preference code can still be applied. Should a health certificate be necessary, as indicated by Code N853, we select Yes, entering the certificate number prefixed by GBCHD and the year, followed by the specific certificate sequence, adjusting the status as required. For CITES certification within the veterinary section, if relevant, we detail the requirements. Otherwise, we opt for Y900. With preferential origin claims, we proceed to Section 3 for information, choosing U112, or add U110 or U111 in Section 6, additional documents as necessary. For Item 3, the focus is on preferential origin from Spain for olive oil. VAT options include 0% or 20%. We have checked the tariff and based on this commodity, we can claim 0% VAT. We also determine the third country duty versus tariff preference. Given the Spanish origin, we select tariff preference. Regarding import controls, with sections E and I, it's imperative to use unique document codes for each section that corresponds with the commodity code. If a certificate is required, we mark the appropriate option, otherwise, we utilize the waiver code Y932. Preferring tariff preference necessitates visiting Section 3 for valuation information and confirming the addition of a preference certificate U112 alongside the commercial invoice. For commodities like alcohol with additional requirements such as ASV, we might not be able to address these requirements within the commodity requirements section. We can achieve this by manually entering the values in Section 5 as required. Here, we add the classification X345, choose multiple values, and proceed to add duty calculation. It's worth noting that manual override feature has precedence for custom duties and VAT when applied in Section 5, yet import controls can still be responded to via the commodity requirements section. If supplementary units like liters for alcohol are indicated under commodity requirements, these must be entered in Section 2, within the supplemental units field. Having applied the preference in Section 3 and confirmed the selection, we have covered the salient points of the commodity requirements section. Filing your customs declaration is now frictionless, smoother, more reliable, and SWIFT, with customs declarations. For more information, please visit our website, www.customs-declarations.uk.